Well, this is Ford Cam 1, and I gotta ask you guys something, or, this is something important about owning a truck and the things you really gotta look at if you guys don't ever know anything about trucks or ever own one. And I gotta tell you from my experience, and this is something I gotta say that's actually, it's a good and it's also kind of bad, and there's some things you should look at, and things I've kind of know about owning a truck compared to owning a car. Owning a car, you can't really haul bikes and stuff, and it's like they're good as a daily driver. So buying a car, you buy it for fuel efficiency. But the thing I kind of mentioned, if you're gonna buy a truck for MPGs, I probably would say get a second vehicle. And I read up an article and it said like, okay, 7.3 power strokes and 99 got better miles than one compared to 2000s. So the 7.3 is better MPGs compared to the V10 because the V8 and it's a diesel, and it was a gas job. It probably may get a little bit better, but probably the liter itself, it probably get probably very decent or probably fairly good, you could say. So, well, something I really mentioned is that you guys are concerned about a truck, and depending on what side you're looking at, here's the sides I really just do not like. It's power and MPGs and different things. The sides I really don't like is like the Ford Ranger. They're tough trucks and no complaint about them. But that's like a Colorado, you could say S10 or something like that. And they're not as good compared to F-150s. And why I'm saying this, because hauling wise and most small trucks don't have towing packages, and you can add one, and bid space is not that great. So that's one reason why I really would say don't buy smaller than a half ton, because also the tires you get, you're gonna go up to a size bigger. And I kind of gotta mention is that when you're wanting to run bigger tires on a smaller truck, when you pull weight, they're not gonna do too good, and that's something else. You want to lift up a truck, remove the spare tire because it's not useful anymore, and you're going to use like your old standard tire. So if you want to use a spare tire, so half tons. Power lighted is better, and they're more reasonable, and they have towing packages, but some of them may or may not. So towing package is a big thing you really need. But if you want to go with a quarter ton and you're looking at MPGs, I'd probably say go with a Ford Ranger or S10, something like them. So the 3/4 tons compared to the half tons. The half tons, they can be pretty good, but for work related, depends on what you're hauling and stuff. But some people, the reason why I'm saying I like the F250 is a little bit better, the 2500 series and up. The reason why I like the 2500 series, the 3/4 ton, is because you don't want to get a truck with terrible leaf springs, and it's like when they bend, it's like, okay, they sit like this, but then when you're wanting to raise them up, it could help you out with towing and hauling. And some guys, when they like want to overhaul them, they'll be sitting like this, leaf spring sitting the way it shouldn't be, like it's about to bust and harm your engine. So that's what I'm saying. The reason why I'd rather buy a quarter ton over a half ton. And payload is more bigger size truck you go, payload's bigger, you can tow more. And secondly, mileage may not be the best, and expect that when you have a truck. But the reason why I like the half tons better, standard tires are a little bit wider than the Ranger and S10, but the 250s and stuff. I'm really gonna tell you guys something. Is that what I find is really ridiculous is that buying tires can be really expensive, and I'm not joking, but here's the things you gotta look at when you're wanting to buy a size bigger tire. And on the Chevy, I'm gonna have to tell you guys, when you're looking for stock tires and you have like aftermarket wheels, they are hard to find stock tires, and sometimes they may ask too much for them. And something else I even tell you guys, anytime when you're wanting to raise a vehicle, you may not be able to go with your stock wheels anymore because offset and clearance, that's another thing. But buying tires for a dually or probably an RV, they can cost like probably $500 or more a piece, probably $800, depends on where you're getting them at and stuff. 33s, and I've kind of like priced this myself, and some of them can cost like $800, $1,000, 600, 500, somewhere around that range. But if they're in good shape, they can go for a lot. But the big thing I kind of say is, if you're wanting to run bigger tires at times, you're gonna have to get them re-geared to pull that weight. And compared to having a diesel, you probably still want to have it re-geared because your RPM range may kind of be okay. If it's up here, your RPM range is going to go down, and that's why you want to get it re-geared, because it's going to help all your towing and running bigger tires and stuff. And horsepower related, you really want to have a good amount, because pulling weight is a big concern, and you don't want to be sitting up there getting 48 miles a gallon like an army truck, and you call that fuel efficiency? No, that's not that fuel efficient as they say it is. But the big thing I kind of mentioned, if you're wanting fuel efficiency, is like, at least 14. 14 was what I probably would say it's pretty decent. 10, probably fair. That's what I would say. But 10 would be fair. 14, decent. But 8 city, fair. But pretty much, it's kind of terrible. But a lot of you guys out there buying trucks, things I look at is that, you don't want to get one rusted and out pretty bad, because spending money into them is a concern. And older trucks are a little bit better, in my opinion, in fact, because upgraded suspension is big. And newer trucks, you're just better off to go ahead and say, if you have a half ton, you probably may just want to go ahead and lift it, or probably just go ahead and buy another truck. But if you guys are buying them, I'd say probably try them out. And some people don't know about them. I'd probably rather ask somebody who owned the truck before you, or has the same model, something like that. And also probably join a group or something that will tell you about them. And mainly for your engines, what I'm really going to tell you is, on Amazon, they have books on there and stuff for your engines. Tells you what you could do and shouldn't do and all that. And lastly, you don't want to blow your engine up and make it work harder. So that's about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and that's about it. Peace.